I'm building it up. I'm building it up.
Building it up to 102. That's what I've done. Watch 102. Day 102. You may wonder why didn't I use the number of 102 in the style of 102 Dalmatians? Well, that's because I don't like that one. I don't like the movie. It stinks. And proof that not every sequel is as good as the first. But I think that Adam's Family Values is the exception. I think that this film is completely an exception to the old trope that the sequel does not live up to the original. Yeah, and I only sounded a little different because the microphone I had pushed closer to my mouth, so it was like talking up against the glass. But yeah, I yeah, the second one is way better than the first in this case. Whereas in 102 Dalmatians, I don't like it at all, even how Cruella is. But I will say that, um, yeah, I noticed that in my first one because, yeah, what I'm saying is when I was watching it for my 101st watch, I realized because it was my 101st watch, and I realized that it did not that like when it came to when it came to 102, it just that one was a dud sequel. So yeah, so I noticed that. But yeah, so I that was during my 102nd watch, I do believe. If I said 101st, then I was mistaken. It was during my 102nd watch that I noticed that it was, you know, that it reminded me of the second film in the series, 102 Dalmatians. So this was in my 102nd watch while watching Adam's Family Values for the 102nd time. It made me realize of the dud that was staring me right in the face, 102 Dalmatians. And that is proof that, like I just said. So yeah. So so that's part of what I noticed. Um on my 102nd watch, on my 102nd day, that Adam's Family Values was a way better sequel than 102 Dalmatians. Yeah. Um, but besides that, I would say that you don't see it's like it's like in the first one you see Wednesday covered in blood during the thing, but you don't see her in water. And this one you see her in by the water, but you don't see her in the water. So I think that they all just have an inner fire about themselves that affects them in a different way. We don't really see them ever get soaked with water. Even with, wait, I'm trying to remember that one scene when Gomez and Morticia are dancing and all the fountain, the pop, 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 those things are going off. I don't know. I was too focused on them dancing and then kissing. It was such a romantic moment. But I don't know. I think they were all going off around them. I don't think it touched them. But yeah, I didn't. You in that scene, you pay attention to Gomez, Adams, and Morticia kissing. You don't. You're not looking to see if their clothing gets wet. I wasn't. But yeah, I don't think that it did. At least my memory doesn't say that they did. So then, if that's the case, then that continues to prove my theory that they all have an inner fire upon themselves, and that at the end of it, Wednesday's fire gets like her mother's. She knows her purpose, and she's able to She's able to, she's fully herself. She's her, as some would say in like anime or whatever shows, her final form. Final form. Yeah. Um, as far as like, you know, evolution, she evolved from one way to the other, and she's more badass at the end. So, final form. Yeah, yeah. So that's what I noticed on my 102nd watch, on my 102nd day, and you know, on my 102nd watch. I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. I think we're getting some bad weather here. Hmm. Well, that's distracted me from the fact that now I have to do the da 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 da